Well, as you can see, that was what we just saw circling around. That was the Cessna 172 Skyhawk we just seen. Came over anyway, which, as you can see, maybe it's just over there. Okay, so what we just saw earlier on, that was the Cessna 172 Skyhawk that we just seen, which basically came flying past just over my place this morning anyway. But where you can see this morning, he's just been circling around over in Falmouth this morning now, and then for some reason he then just came here circling around my area in Penryn today apparently. So as you can see, he's only just been around Falmouth a few times anyway, and then just at my place in Penryn where we saw he was also been flying around my place a few times as well anyway. So he's been going around doing training laps anyway today, which as you can see the registration is G-ECGC apparently, which this is the registration that we've seen before anyway, which this is the registration that we saw last time anyway, as I remember rightly. As I remember do seeing this registration G-ECGC apparently, which as you can see this morning he just took off from Cornwall Airport Newquay this morning anyway. So basically he's been around he's just been out circling just around the whole side of Cornwall this morning anyway. But where you can see this morning he was just around between Camborne and Hale this morning anyway. So technically he was around just over northwest of Cornwall this morning anyway, so just between Camborne and Hale. And then for some reason he then did one over in Penzance anyway, and then one just by the west of Land's End anyway. And then for some reason he's then been out circling around Houston this morning as well anyway. So technically he's been around Houston way. Technically he's been around near Armines Coldrose anyway, so just near Armines Coldrose anyway. So he's been circling around there, and then just from there he then did a bit just over Morton Smith, between Morton Smith and Beulah Water, and then just from here then he came into Falmouth, which is the one that we saw circling around, which we saw circling around Falmouth anyway. So technically the highest flew now was around 11,000 feet to 12,000 feet, and then dropped down to around 900 feet, and then he just came here into my place in Penryn around 1,300 feet anyway. So literally, technically he was mostly just around between 1,300 feet to 1,400 feet, and then dropped down to around 11,000 feet anyway. And then just from there he then just flew to about 1,400 feet as we were where we saw it. He then also did a bit over Minor Bridge anyway. So he's been circling around Minor Bridge anyway. But most of the time he's been flying around Falmouth and Penryn most of the time. He's been circling around Falmouth and Penryn most of the time. So yeah, so just between Penryn and Falmouth, and then into Minor Bridge, he's just done a bit there anyway. And then just from there, he then did a bit of circling around just over in St Austell. So it's just flown over St Austell and then past St Blaise. And then he done a bit just done over Dobwalls anyway. He then just did a bit just over Dobboris, by the looks of it, just over Dobwalls. So he's done a loop just over in Dobwalls anyway. He's just done a bit there. And then as you can see, he's somewhere just now over Marwell by the looks of it now. So yeah, he's currently now close to Plymouth, I believe now anyway, but I presume he would have gone past Plymouth now anyway. But I don't know where this aircraft's based at anyway, but the question is, I don't know where this plane's based at anyway. If I go to Flight Radar 24, it should tell me. So I think with this one, this one is currently based over in Northampton anyway. I think this is where it's come from anyway, somewhere between Northampton and Peterborough by the looks of it. So it's just somewhere around there anyway. So technically I think it's based somewhere around there anyway, but I'm not sure anyway. But I think it's come all the way from Northampton and into Cornwall to do a whole lap of training by the looks of it. So yeah, but I think so, yeah. And I've just realised, as I've just looked on the website, this one here, the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, is operated by the Lancashire Aero Club apparently. So if I go to the website and type that registration in, where it comes up saying aircraft on it though, where I usually type, there we go. It's obviously not Lancashire. It's operated by the Leicestershire. It's operated by Leicester Aero Club anyway. So it is a Cessna 172N Skyhawk apparently. So yeah, this is one that's operated by, as according to plane logger, operated by Leicestershire Aero Club apparently. So yeah, it's operated by the Leicestershire Aero Club. So yeah, this is what this plane's operated by, as according to plane logger. So yeah, I think this is where this plane's based from anyway. I think this is where this plane is based from anyway, based over Leicester anyway, over by Leicestershire. By the looks of it, I think this is where this plane's based at anyway, just by Leicestershire. So yeah, I think it's based around that area anyway, which that's where it's coming all the way from Leicestershire and into Cornwall. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, hopefully it'll be travelling back to its base very soon. Probably back over to Leicestershire, I suppose, anyway. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is the only plane we've only seen this morning anyway, but sorry if I didn't talk much in the video, because obviously I had to head out because I was going out somewhere. So yeah, obviously I won't be tracking for the rest of the day, because obviously I'll be busy doing something else anyway. So yeah, that's why I haven't had time to talk in the video, because I had to head off somewhere just for rush hour, just for a rush. So yeah, had to get going buy something. So yeah. Okay, so yep, obviously now I've got to go, and yeah, and hopefully I will keep up the good work. So yeah. Okay, so yep, thanks for watching. Bye bye.